effects on mental health diagnoses and depression more generally. And you get this kind of phenomenon of psychopathology being more prevalent after World War II. We know that that's true, but we don't have no clear ideas about why it's true. Because we really don't have that good ideas about why age effects are there either. We're generally less inclined to argue about the rationales for that. Okay.
I just have a question about possible gender effects and more women entering the workforce. And, I mean, does that factor into this going higher education?
Gender effects and intelligence have mostly been pretty minimal.
I mean, not gender per se, but just the cultural.
Yeah. It's a good point. Nothing comes to mind when people have explicitly looked at that. You think women would get smarter or less smart as they get into the workplace? Yeah. Because of the workplace, I suppose. Does anybody look at gender differences more systematically? Any idea whether people look at that? I can't think of anything I've seen in the Gero literature or psychology literature of the actually looked at explicitly at whether shifts in women's occupation. It's actually, I mean, I know it's a more general thing, but gender differences in it. It's always intrigued in popular literature. Even feminists tend to focus on the one or two tests that are tended to favor men. And actually, to the extent that there are gender differences, most of them favor women rather than men. But we have, like, a lot of popular dialogue focuses on like spatial rotation ability, which is pretty much the only thing where women do better. Women consistently do better on memory, tend to do better on verbal abilities. I'm not actually ridiculed out of the classroom when women tend to do better on math, but that's a big if. It's like, you know, once we quit actively discriminating against admitting women to graduate school or medical school, they kind of took over because they did better on all the achievements. These are some time effects. This is Shelley's data, but recalculated by Salthouse. In a book that he did on theoretical perspectives of cognitive aging back in the early 90s, Salthouse decided to argue that time effects were actually more important than many of these things than cohort effects. I don't want to take on that particular aspect of the argument one way or the other, but what we have here is the different lines represent different age groups. And then these are different times of measurement. And so what you have is time effects that are actually been split up by age. And so we pointed out that for 25-year-olds and this came out a little bit blurry, but I think this is 45, 46-year-olds at every time point. And then the 65-year-olds, you're getting generally sort of an increase in mathematical ability from 1973 to 1970 within each of those groups. These are different groups of people, so if they're 25-year-olds and 63, so different people. Same in verbal, and then this kind of decreased for two of the groups between 70 and 77. All the groups, albeit at different levels, increasing in verbal abilities from 1956 to 1984. Word fluency zigzagging around a little bit, kind of staying flat. me that for spatial abilities, the two younger groups sort of increasing. People at 65 sort of staying flat and going up and down, so I'm probably just draw a line across there. And for reasoning abilities, at least from 63, actually everybody going up. So, which would, if consistently true, this would undercut Flynn's explanation that there changes in education. Your 65-year-olds and your 45-year-olds are well past education, and yet you're still seeing
Yeah, but maybe you
increases
could,
over.
could you say the society itself is becoming more conceptual in its thinking?
You think so?
Yeah. I don't know.
66 and 84. And more verbal? Vocabulary? At the time, people were always arguing that all the TV watching they were doing was gaining the vocabulary. I guess not.
Computers, internet.
Not so much. This
No,
this
no, no.
stops at
I mean,
84.
well, yeah, that's, yeah,
That's pretty.
well, take it back.
I guess maybe very early.
No, it was very,
So the explanations are good. So this is several people have asked about time effects and experienced examples that I'm aware of where you can see calculated time effects. So this would imply that, at least where they're consistent with these age groups you've got, although there are age differences in every case, the older adults are a lower level than the other groups. Well, not so much on number. So, you never get any myopathies with older people. You can see changes over time that would be affecting all cohorts and or most cohorts and it would be consistent. Not affected by age because you're calculating the time effects of people with age are constant.
What did they do for the spatial orientation? Did they put them in a chair, spin
No,
them
it's
around?
the figure rotation thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was wondering if I probably should have paid more attention. I was thinking maybe represented. Gotcha.
It's that one.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, can you do that or not? Sometimes I can do it on paper. I have trouble doing it in real life, actually.
Well, it depends on which way you want to turn it. And if you want to turn it left, then it's C. Or if you want to flip it that way.
Okay.
Seen three-dimensionally afterward.
Well, I mean,
Clockwise or on the paper?
Well, if you want to go counterclockwise, then it's C. Well, actually, you can get there either way, realistically. Depending on how many degrees you go. We're talking like 90 degrees, 270 degrees. I mean, things are very different here.
I'll let the small groups work on it. Could have been the consensus answer. I would take about a 10-minute break and then come back to forward and potential explanations.
What? You can see. I mean, you just turn left. Oh, yeah, no, turn it this way. 90 degrees to the right. You can see.